Hi, my name is Andres Andrade. I'm a project manager in program audit. I've worked in DFCS for 19 years. I'm here to support my staff who are facing a functional demotion without cause, losing 6% of their pay, even though they will continue to do the same work they've done for many years. SSA is implementing a reorg that impacts over 100 people, but about 8 individuals are faced with a loss of pay. They lose their DFCS differential simply because they have a new boss. They didn't ask for this change, and this is not their choice. They're social workers and managers who will continue to do the work they did in DFCS. They serve the county by working closely with families and foster youth, ensure that families' most private and privileged information is kept confidential. They support the county in litigation. They respond to complaints. They investigate allegations against staff, and they keep the county compliant with civil rights requirements. Nobody can do what they can do without a solid understanding of child welfare in DFCS. To take away their differential erodes the trust that we work for a fair and kind employer. I ask the Board of Supervisors to compel the county to keep the DFCS differential for all 8 of the staff facing this pay loss. Thank you.
Before our next speaker, let me call up some more names. We have Amy Quintero, Rochelle, Yamila, Kendra, Alexandra Fillmore, and Jackie Howe.
Hello, good morning. My name is Erin McGrady. I'm a social worker 3 with over 10 years of experience in Santa Clara County. I was just informed that as part of the county reorg that I will be separated from my unit and transferred to emergency response, a role that I had previously left behind. I believe that this decision to remove me from program audit was made so that the county could discontinue the DFCS differential pay for the staff in program audit. I'm deeply concerned with the lack of understanding of my current role and the position that will place not only me, but SSA. I currently work under management who understands employees' rights and are able to provide me with the support and guidance that I need in order to preserve those rights, as well as the rights of the foster children whom have alleged abuse or neglect by these very employees. Now I am being told that I will no longer have that support, and instead, I may even be investigating staff, including supervisors and managers from my own bureau, which feels like a huge conflict of interest for all of us. I am requesting that the Board of Supervisors leave me in program audit and maintain the differential pay that we have all been earning. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aime Quintero. I'm a social worker 2 in a program audit, and because of this reorganization, my pay will be reduced by approximately $6,700 a year. While our organizational structure is changing, our responsibilities are not. I will continue doing the same work with the same responsibilities and expectations. The only thing changing is where our unit sits organizationally. Yet I'm losing 6% of my compensation through no fault of my own. This feels like a functional demotion in pay without cause and without any reduction in my responsibilities. For me, $6,700 is not just a number. I help care for my mother who has Alzheimer's, and this reduction will directly affect my ability to support her care. The county may save approximately $67,000 a year, but at what cost? The trust of employees who continue doing the same work? I respectfully ask the Board of Supervisors to maintain the DFCS differential for all 8 of us, both SEIU and CEMA. Thank you.
My name is Rochelle, and I am a social worker 3. I was notified that I am being functionally demoted without cause and my pay is being cut by $7,800 a year, even though I will continue to do the same work I have been doing for approximately 3 years. This reduction in pay will cause me to make hard decisions and different everyday choices to stretch my dollar even further to cover living expenses for me and my family. As a social worker in program audit, moving under agency office, I will be expected to continue to complete the same job duties, trainings, and have the same solid understanding and knowledge of child welfare as the other 300 social workers in child welfare. However, starting August 17th, 2026, I will no longer receive the DFCS differential simply because I am being moved under the agency office. SSA claims to value equity, inclusion, and keeping families strong. This isn't equitable, nor does it model the behavior that is expected of us as social workers. It singles out 8 people and sends the message that their time and skills are now worth less because the agency decided to restructure the organization. This impact hurts the families of the very employees who are delivering services on behalf of SSA. I ask the Board of Supervisors to compel the county to keep the DFCS differential for all of us, SEIU and CEMA.
Hi, my name is Yamila Bubaker. I'm a social worker 3 who was recently notified my pay will be reduced by $7,800 per year, despite continuing to perform the same duties, workload, responsibilities, and maintain the same level of service for the last 5 years. I feel like this reduction represents a functional demotion without cause. This reduction undervalues the roles and the 10 years of experience and dedication to Santa Clara County. It also creates a real financial impact on my family, leaving me to find ways to cover childcare for my children, along with financial cost of commuting. I respectfully ask the Board of Supervisors to maintain the DFCS differential for all affected employees, including SEIU, CEMA members, and recognize the value of our work and experience we continue to provide.
Good morning. I am a social worker 3, Kendra Lara, who has proudly served the county for 6 years. Last week, I was notified that I was being functionally demoted without cause. My pay is being cut by $7,800 a year with next week's reorganization, despite my role and responsibilities being completely unchanged and remaining deeply rooted in ongoing child welfare training and expertise, something all but the 8 of us are proposed to remain compensated for. This is extremely devaluing. On top of the existing financial challenges associated with the current economy and not having our annual raises this year, I'm now forced to also plan for this drastic cut in pay. I personally would have to stop contributing to my kids' 529 accounts and tell my daughter that she can no longer do gymnastics until my next raise, and it would take several years of raises to get this income back. I cannot fathom that such a small cost savings for the county is worth our trust in the county for our short and long-term livelihoods. I respectfully ask the Board of Supervisors to compel the county to keep the DFCS differential for all 8 of us, SEIU and CEMA, please. Thank you.
I'm Alex Fillmore, a Program Manager 1 in Program Audit. I was informed my pay is being cut with just over a week's notice. I will be losing nearly $10,000 of my annual pay, even though I will continue to field DFCS complaints and conduct DFCS investigations in the same way I've been doing for the past 2 years. I did not ask for this change. I currently commute from Oakland, where I live with my wife, who is also a licensed clinical social worker. My wife started a private practice this year. We knew it would require sacrifices, but we were confident in the stability of my career with the county. Now we are deciding where to make cuts on an already restricted budget. I've served the county for 9 years, and I never imagined they could cut my pay through a restructuring. In fact, I've seen the opposite over the years, where pay is kept whole when a restructuring happens. The decision to devalue my skill set by discontinuing this differential has diminished my trust that the county is a fair and reasonable employer. I ask the Board of Supervisors to compel the county to keep the DFCS differential for all 8 of the staff facing this pay loss. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Jackie Howe. I'm here to support my staff, whom you heard from before me. I'm also here as a CEMA member notified that I'm being functionally demoted without cause, and my pay is being cut by about $12,000 a year. In 2021, and again last year, when called upon, I took on new work. Never did I imagine that putting that effort forward would lead to losing thousands of dollars in pay. Through the meet and confer process, both CEMA and SEIU proposed side letters to the county that would have allowed Y rating of all of us, so our pay would not be impacted by this restructuring. Last week, the county denied the side letters. My team and I have well over 100 years of experience serving this county. To have a savings of $67,000 carried on the backs of staff who have done nothing but serve families and children is not just culture, it is unjust. Some of my staff and I work late into the night, reading every traumatic word of child fatalities. We watch videos of unspeakable things in the name of gathering evidence. We work closely on sexual abuse litigation. We watch videos. We do all of this to serve the county. We experience secondary trauma just as other DF staff do. But now we're being told our secondary trauma deserves to be paid less. Beyond being unjust, this feels cruel. I have never, in all 25 years of my service, felt compelled to put in a yellow card.